Hey guys, so before we actually start, because of the recent update, there's been this nice quality of life um, sort of thing into the game. So if you're a person who wants to level your characters, but you don't feel like waiting, now's the time to do it. Because the last update introduced, I think it was the last update, because I've been doing this, and before the update, it wasn't happening. Also, do I have any food? I think I might. No, I don't. Sure. Let's just pop one of those. So basically, if you're a person who wants to level your characters, but you're not really like, oh, but I have to wait so long, and to you beat something and it seems like it takes like 30 minutes for the thing to come back. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm doing this because it's fairly simple enough.
Let's dance.
Oh, come on. It's like the thing never wants to like properly, like I'll switch and then try to use the thing, and it like never works properly. Ready, set, go. Or I try switching. No.
Let the show begin.
Right. Alright, so you see them. I just beat it. Yeah. What do I get? How many? 2? Not that bad. Actually, speaking of, let's see. Bennett. I just got Kai up to 70 finally. How many do I need? 8.
Ow.
8. And then you wait for a few seconds, and bada bing, bada boom, it's back. So you don't really have to do waiting anymore. So if you're a person who's leveling up, putting it off because of like, oh man, I don't feel like having to wait. Someone like if you're like me and you want to level Zhongli, how am I doing? And you don't feel like waiting for the thing to come back. Now you don't have to. You beat it, you claim your rewards, and like 5 seconds later, it's back. So, yeah, it's a really great quality of life improvement, and it's quite frankly 4 years too late. To be frank about, it. But we're gonna go ahead and start the Archon quest here. I think I've recorded myself doing this. I don't remember, but I'm doing it regardless. Regardless, I will reshape this world as it was meant to be. I will crush any opposition. I will rule. That is what a king must do. Okay, so Barbara, I love you, baby, but you gotta go. You gotta go. Where is Ben? There's Bennett. No, you don't. Wow, Bennett looks awfully weird now. Also, I kept pulling. I got Diona, which she's actually pretty good. Beto, finally. Did the quest enough to get, Kachina. Who else did I get in my spare time? I got, Xiangling to, I think, C1. Noelle. I don't even know who this bitch is. But,
I won't hold you back.
But yeah. Oh yeah, we're over. We gotta go this way. I know someone here has food that I can get. Goodbye. No alcohol? Screw you, buddy. And I think there's a chest in here. We'll see.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
say is...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
You can just call us Transformers.
In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Alright, and there's Tarumaru. Now, if I remember, you go back here. 180,000 Mora. Got a couple Oni Kabuto and a few things of meat. So if you're low on money and you're in Inazuma, well, there you go. There's 180,000 Mora for you. So now I'm up to 794,000. Also, let's see. Only got one. I got 6 of them though. Speaking of, real fast. I want to just hand these in as quickly as possible. I don't even know how many more I need. I think I just started on these ones. So. Alright, let's see what we got. Ugh. Okay, well, I need a lot more. I need a lot more. I need a lot more. But yeah, 180,000. Fontaine's got one. I think Sumeru's got one. You got the one here. So they just kind of leave these chests that give you like a huge amount of Mora. So if you ever find yourself needing Mora, you know, and you think, oh, I don't think I've got that. Yeah, there you go. The one in Liyue Harbor is in Northland Bank. You just go in and go up the stairs, and there's a chest there, and it's got like 150,000, I think. Fontaine, I think it's like behind one of the many houses, but it's like kind of in this little nook. And it's same thing. I think it's like 200,000, 250,000, something like that. But they're pretty generous with it.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
The aspirations of all. Alright, let's get that. How many do I have? Not that much. I'm poor. I'm so poor. But at least I got the Noel banner out of the way. So, you know, there's that. How many did I say I had? One. Well, that's not enough for anything, is it? It's not enough for anything at all. Okay. Come on, vamonos. Everybody, let's go. Are we gonna meet our girlfriend? Our girlfriend. I'm here for you, baby. I'm here, Ayaka.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Kage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please, wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Let's see what's behind this screen. Nothing. She lied. She wasn't even here. Lying bitch. Alright. Go to Conda Village and find out what happened. Can we get much higher? So high. Ah. Oh, hello.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Why?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare.
Benjiro.
The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Yeah, let's go talk to him. Hey, guy that they were talking about. Sigh. So why the change?
If you want my opinion,
No.
something to do with the Vision Hunt Decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do, but equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around
He's
here.
pretty bitchin'. What about you, Granny? You.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay. Tejima has
Sure.
protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did?
Yes.
We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
Look at this place. It's a shithole. Actually, is there something... I can't remember if it was... I think it was in Inazuma City. And I think I got it already. Sometimes they like to put the chest like here and stuff. That's the best, but you get the idea. Yeah. They like to be sneaky about it.
So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
You lived here for such a long time. Everyone depends on you.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that
Okay.
case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right?
A reason to
If
fight.
you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember,
Uh-huh.
then it'll all come flooding back.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
Some fruit.
I keep a diary?
What are you, a girl?
If you say so. I honestly can't seem to
Girls have
remember.
diaries. Men have
Oh,
journals.
Yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted
Dear
to make a
journal.
note of a few interesting
It's me,
things.
Doug.
Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's
Yeah.
take a look.
I'm sure it'll be
If
in
you
a
don't
super
mind,
easy and
we will
findable
leave you to
place.
Find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
I'm sure it won't be hard to find at all. Isn't there... I think it's all under... Also, we can probably start collect these as well. Simply because... Alright. Alright, Tejima. Captain's log.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life.
There's more.
I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time for a visit to the
Juicy info.
shrine.
Nom, 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 nom. Oh, hi, Mark.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote
What a
about.
story, Mark.
Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
No. Oh, huh? Ha 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 ha. That a... Oh, come on. There.
You can always tell which ones are ripe for the picking by the sound they make when you tap them.
Whatever. 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 I do what I want. Or something. I don't know.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here.
Let's dig it up.
Something that kept him in the village all these years?
It's a dead body.
It must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years.
It's a dead
Let's dig it
sister.
up and take a look.
I stuffed her in the ground and she forever now.
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago.
You remember yellow paper? I remember having that stuff when it was in school, like in elementary school. That stuff was so much better than just the white paper.
Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
It's here, Paimon, you
So
dumb
the
shit.
reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone.
Yes.
But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh?
They might have died.
Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Let me go grab my stuff. Tejima. I'm gonna be... I'm Batman.
Well, I'll be.
Be.
Certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too.
Like, I don't know why they don't just do this. Instead, they all like this. Oh.
I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still,
Oh no.
it's clear that I was waiting for someone here.
Or
That I
something.
chose to wait for 30 years.
I'm waiting for the sweet embrace of death.
Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me?
love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Does that make you feel sad?
No, not especially.
I lost my feelings a long time ago, kid.
After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice,
Her
the
hair,
things we experienced
her
together.
scent, her
I
body.
barely recall any of it.
Her body.
It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
You still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not.
Yay!
If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting.
Sure.
Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her?
Unless she didn't remember you,
When
so.
I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness, the feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Yeah, me too. Losing a reason to feel sad is maybe the saddest thing of all.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma
Toma.
were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too.
I call him Thoma.
That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
And he's still alive.
Well, let's go find the next person.
Keep on trucking. Keep on keeping on.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Ooh. That was a good knuckle crack right there. Hello, sir.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma.
Bum.
The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own?
As they're jerks.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there.
What's with all the hubbub? Rabble, rabble, rabble.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
Yes.
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
Kurosawa Kyonosuke.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
I am the Tenryou Commission.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
Yeah,
What?
don't mind me.
We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came
Rabble,
to see
rabble,
what
rabble.
the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors.
True
He's the same as all the other
colors
samurai.
shining through.
It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him?
And they live near the water. I don't really think they're gonna starve. There's plenty of fish.
Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
No. Once good friends.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
And we heard you lost your vision recently.
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
I don't know, Paimon.
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Yeah, I owe you a knuckle sandwich.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth.
Yes, and I don't need an excuse to pummel some
But we
treasure
better
hoarders.
confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
She's like, oh man, time to murder some people. Paimon's never been so happy before in her life. I love being able to commit mass murder and get away with it. Because we're just doing the right thing. Actually,
Stabilize.
iron chunk. Yeah, those are just, that's just the one I wanted. I didn't want the other one. Yeah, screw you, iron chunk. This is all your fault, iron chunk. Come on, let me fight
We
ya.
really outdid ourselves this time.
Oh yeah.
All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
They sound like 5-year-olds.
You demand, boss.
You demand.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Oh yeah, but they got me dripping wet. Oh yeah.
Not too far now.
I don't even have to do anything.
There goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal
They
that,
basically
you know?
just do it themselves.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Get it. Tell us what you know about Kurosawa. Not likely. Word has it you looted. Yep, nothing quite like pulling the cord out of your mic as you're recording. That's always super. Not likely. Word has it you looted Kurosawa's house.
Kurosawa?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it
Oh, I saw
stuffed
a
with
lot
food
of stuff
supplies?
inside.
food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal.
I don't
Now
negotiate
show
with
us what's in the
terrorists.
box.
Huh? What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too.
Mm-hmm.
And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi.
Aoi.
We're talking tons of Mora here.
Aoi. Who's it I see walking in these woods?
We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this.
Aoi.
As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Otherwise, Paimon will have to dispense justice.
Yes, of course.
Because Paimon will become the god of the new world.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Well, you're still alive, but you're barely breathing.
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, don't let me see your ugly faces here again. Otherwise, we're gonna have some problems. Still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Praying to a god that I don't believe in. Okay, oh, yeah. Aoi. Ow! Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. People are like, wow, John, you just unlocked the memory.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need.
Tsukumomono, no,
Find
no.
something?
Yeah, your phone number.
Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
Yeah, your phone number.
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Not really.
Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, whoa, wait up, you asshole.
Ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think.
Everything.
Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He always put the
Foodstuffs.
payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did.
Not all heroes
They
wear
just
capes.
complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now.
Well, yeah, but chances are people would feel really bad for him. Be like, no, we can't accept this. And then people would just go on and they can be like, oh man, I'm so hungry. We don't have anything to eat. It's like, well, you had stuff provided to you and you said you couldn't accept it because you felt bad that the guy was spending his own money on it. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Unfortunately, he doesn't remember.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Yes,
Oh,
maybe.
But before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
That's a drop in the bucket.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession.
Yeah.
Talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Let's see. Do you have anything that I could use right now? Oh yeah, I need some of those. Ooh, baby, baby. Do, 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 do. Salt and pepper. I'm sorry. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. Huh? Oh. Hi, kitty kitty. Oh, hello there, little kitty kitty. I'm so glad I got to see you.
Be free.
Be free. Well, actually, isn't there a behind here or something? I swear there's like freaking a chest or something I'm missing around here. I am your god now. One who defends your land and defeats the Raiden Shogun is here.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I boiled them,
presented
mashed
them
them,
with a
stuck them in a
choice.
stew.
Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
Violence is always
Did you
the
manage
answer.
to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
Actually, you recount your encounter with the treasure hoarders and the conversation with
You were
Owie.
distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was?
I don't
I
know.
don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand.
Like I'm some
But I
kind of
cannot
good
deny
person or
that when I
something.
brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
Mind if we have a
And
look?
this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely.
And then struck those kids down with the blade.
What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me This blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me,
With
"With
great
this
power
sword,
comes great
you
responsibility.
should."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt.
He looks at it, it's like, made you look.
Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice. The god of the new world.
Virtue and justice?
Justice. I am justice.
Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need, and look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision, and the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person.
Yeah.
Yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Well, there's always that old-fashioned, samurai ritual, custom, where you turn the blade on yourself.
Yet another troubled soul.
My dear, sweet child. Poor unfortunate soul.
When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's
Toma.
debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
Losing a vision is no trifling matter.
Yeah,
Losing a vision.
seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience.
I've lost all ambition and I don't even have a vision.
Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
More unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. Those poor unfortunate souls. Oh God, it's this
The
one.
third person
I remember
who
this
did
taking
vision
forever, it
is supposed
seems.
to be a famous sword master around these parts.
It is the famous sword master.
Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Shisui.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah, Shisui's Sharingan is pretty cool.
This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine.
Bow to your sensei.
Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him.
Neko.
Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though,
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Did I hear something about an exorcism?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
Please.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
We're here to become disciples.
Disciples?
Yes.
Yep.
I heard
We
Jesus
heard
lives
all
here.
about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
I'm not going back until I can call him my sensei.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight.
Except
He
this
once
one
said that
time.
his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
That all changed when the Fire
Not
Nation
long
attacked.
ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Julia and I have
butter
discussed
toast.
it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
We've been there, bitch.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism.
Yeah, but when it comes to exorcisms,
So don't
Miko's
worry,
the
Nanako.
best.
Sensei
She'd
is going to
scare
be
the
just
crap
fine.
out of those spirits.
The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
Oh God, I love it.
Losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
All right, wait until 18 o'clock. My favorite time of day for people who don't know. I love 18 o'clock. It's the best time of day. 18 o'clock really gets me riled up. That all? I think so. Sometimes.
Crowded path is not meant to be
Okay,
walked.
18 o'clock, here I come.
Move forward.
Oh yeah. 18 o'clock. Yeah. 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 Oh God, yes.
Line in.
Now you see why 18 o'clock is my favorite time of day.
Shh. So you decided to come.
Yeah, it's 18
It's a good
o'clock.
thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now,
Madness.
when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's, his senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him.
With force.
So the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon.
I really don't
Please,
care.
excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
You know, having spirits inside you really makes a man thirsty. Oh? Nani? Who is that mysterious stranger?
That's sneaking around. Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs.
Here to mess up the We
Yes.
can't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Yes. I love chasing people down.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get you, you son of a bitch.
Definitely the right place.
Huh.
Let's look a little further up.
Nice.
Aha! Suspicious person
Found you.
Let's go.
How,
Found him.
how did you catch up with me so quickly?
Bitch, look at your age and look at my age. Come on, it was hardly competition here.
Are you sure you're Dolmon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
You!
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me.
Who?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal.
He was the best
no matter
around.
what stood in his way.
Nothing could ever keep him down.
Sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Us.
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back.
Except for that one time.
I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body.
And then he died.
After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Make-Yoshi Sui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself.
A likely
Okay.
story.
You've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Yeah, let's. God, it takes forever. Hang on. I'm sure you're doing great in there. Let me just collect a few things while I'm out here. Actually, isn't there... I swore there was a chest around here too.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed?
What?
Does that mean that he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Maybe you just suck. Maybe we need Yai Miko here.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I
Inagi
have,
Hotomi.
I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
She should have just been here in the first place and wasted as little time as possible. Again, Miko would have scared, if there was any spirits, she would have scared them senseless, and she wouldn't even have to perform anything. She would just scare the crap out of them.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The only Lady Yai there is.
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Yai Miko.
That's wonderful news. Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and
There's
has
a reason for
abundant
that.
experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities.
Like Ganon.
I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Let's go visit my future ex-wife.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady
I love how
Yai
they
does
talk
not
and they
like to be kept waiting.
They show it right over there.
I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
I must leave now. Goodbye. Yes.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I mean
No,
at
no,
all. You
no,
misunderstand me.
no.
I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself.
There's a reason for that.
Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Sure. After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Yeah, she'd be all too happy. Because she likes messing around. The Grand Narukami Shrine. Luckily enough. Already been there. This is why I like going around and locking the waypoints. Makes things easier. Oh yeah, come on.
Do you think
Oh
that's
yeah.
Lady Yai?
Oh yeah, there she
No
is.
wonder Junya was so excited. She has a really striking presence.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
Oh yeah, look at me, mommy.
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Onsai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Onsai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Onsai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day the same thing happens to them?
I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Yes,
Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Yes, it seems as good of a resolution as we could hope for.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
Oh, yes.
So, my intuition was correct.
Yes, I am the one for
wind
you.
that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless,
I swear that never
you
happens.
set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
I love Miko so much.
I have high hopes for you.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Kamisato. Kamisato. Kinda. I can't even remember where this one is. I really don't. Actually, I think never mind. There's a little like entrance or something down here, right? Oh, is that a... Did I not do that one yet? Well, that was easy.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Yeah, I think there's a like a little thing around here. Like right around here. Let's see.
The sun is an
Oh,
eternal
actually, I need
flame,
to.
and the people of
I need to
Natlan
collect
never shy
these.
away from meeting its gaze.
There's a guy right over here that wants some.
Of course,
I don't even remember how
sunglasses
much
are
he
always an
wanted.
option if it gets too intense.
Oh, Miko. Miko.
I will get on my clothes. If I fly, the rain will make my cape too heavy. Better find somewhere to wait out the weather.
Well, you're in luck because, you know, we're here.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Actually, we didn't really help at all. The damage done by losing a vision can't be completely undone.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them.
Oh, Ayaka.
Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
My lady.
Wait a second. But isn't
Toma.
your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen.
Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly.
Thank you
Back
kindly.
to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
I hope they can one day be free from their torment. It seems to be a fate worse than death.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rain.
Oh.
All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. ... It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
I will help you fight the Vision Hunt Decree.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made me.
Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all.
All right, Focalor.
Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we can move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Yashiro. Yashiro. Komori Tea House.
Well, here we are again.
Naturally.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
All right. Thanks, Thoma.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The
Oromaru.
Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
So basically, she's like, our title is basically like a skeleton key. It allows us to pretty much get in anywhere we want.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of
Secret
ceremonial affairs
agent
conducted in the city
Ayaka.
began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Yashiro.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
All your base are belong to us.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
Yeah, is this quest almost over? Kinda got it right in Shogun. If there's no one fighting the Vision Hunt Decree, you have raised a formal objection. What kind of god is Raiden Shogun?
The Almighty Shogun. I have seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies.
You know, executions.
She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion.
I think it's the fact she pulls a sword out of her chest.
She appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt Decree?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
That's usually what a resistance is, Paimon.
Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a
Sango no
resistance
Miya
group.
Kokumi. The High
To say a little
Priestess
more
of
about Sango no Miya,
Watatsumi Island.
historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
Have you raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt Decree?
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Paimon has a question though.
Are we gonna be able to
What
eat?
would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
Have you heard about Betty? Betty Spaghetti.
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Nani?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Dare challenge a god.
For the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't
Venti's got a
underestimate
fake
the
vision.
talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
Venti's is a fake vision. He's an Archon. He doesn't need a vision. Must have there you go. Must have been where Venti went.
The problem we are facing right now is that
Yeah,
Master
Venti's vision is
Masakatsu,
fake.
who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
Makoto no Mananasu. It serves him right. Now, it's only right that he should be saved too.
Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's
Toma.
identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
Gee, if only there was some Outlander here who didn't have a reputation yet. You could just put all that on them. So you're offloading that job to me, huh?
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family.
Naganohara.
There, you will find someone who can help you.
Oh boy. Gonna go get to see another one of my future ex-wives. How many do I have now? Oh yeah. Legal now, baby. Oh, life is fireworks. From inside to the outside. Life is fireworks. Who am I? I'm Batman.
Just hand it over. You don't want any
Just
trouble
hand it
with me.
over.
If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you better
Okawara
think again.
Goemon.
Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Before I pummel your face.
I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the vision
I don't
hunt decree
care.
action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we?
Let's roll out.
Hey, wait. Huh? There's someone trying
There
to
she is. There's my future ex-wife.
Come on, this way. What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
Let me off.
Quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait. You do have a vision. Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here, take it.
Wise choice.
Wise
All right,
choice.
Let's go.
What? It was a fake one.
He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Yeah.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
The vision was fake?
So that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya.
Paimonial.
Sorry about that. Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know?
Would have become Paimonial, Overlord of the Vortex.
I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. Not
Hmm.
much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
She said the meme. It's not much, but it's honest work.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival.
Uh-huh.
Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
She also, if I remember, she sends the fireworks over to Liyue Harbor for like lantern rite and all that.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu? Huh? Do you guys know him too?
It's Kamisato mentioned his name.
You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan.
Yeah.
Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently. But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble.
Heap of trouble.
So, what about if I join you instead? Sure, welcome to the team.
The more the merrier.
To go look for help at a fireworks shop, she must have meant you. Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is.
It's like World War II up in here.
So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
I'm gonna blow it up.
Talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team. Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Mr. Masakatsu. We're on our way.
We rooting for you. Oh yeah. Bust this guy out of jail. I said, I'm gonna bust him out of jail. Oh yeah. The greatest heist of all time about to be performed by a ragtag group of people who have nothing to lose. Yeah. I think it said something about cryo, but no. Cry no.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined. Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back.
You're gonna blow the place up.
Alright then. Just be careful not to get caught.
Oh, just try not to get caught, you know? The place is big.
You too.
Place is big, and you know you want to blow it up, but you know you really want to, but you can't because you know stuff. And I just like.
Not too far now.
Solidify.
Oh, I don't have a choice but to do it. Well, at least I know I could cheat if I wanted to, at least.
Be free. Careless. I will.
Careless. Yeah, that sword's not gonna do much for you, buddy boy.
Go. You're free now.
Life is fireworks. Life is fireworks. Whoa, whoa. I'm so random half the time.
Who goes there?
Me. It is I.
Stabilize.
You're going to go down, sir. You have disgraced your family.
Windblade. This wall looks a bit odd.
A little bit odd.
These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Well, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Shut her down. Battle formations.
Yeah, I dare you. Get them.
I dare you.
Adventures.
I need to train harder. Quake.
Quake.
Allow me.
I don't care about big PP numbers as long as I get things done. Yep, over there. There we go.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Come on. Oh my god. There's the one problem with this freaking, you know, it's like sometimes you just want to climb it, but then it's like he just flies up. Actually,
Brace yourself, lesson. Show me what you've
Prepare to be blown away!
Be free. Don't hold back.
oh, no, I wanted to go to Zhongli.
Order. Gather.
Let's light it up.
I mean, like I said, I'm not really worried about big PP numbers. Whoa, whoa. Anything. It's like later, loser. And he is still gone. Boom. Boom. Stunning gun. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. The moving doors. Nothing in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's kick some ass.
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look over there.
Not there. There.
That must be Master Masakatsu.
You mean the guy on the ground?
Did you really think that
Some
little
master he
troubadours
turned out
could
to be.
fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
No.
Yeah.
Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torturing him.
Oh no.
You come up with a way to break him out fast and... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
We can only grit our teeth for now. We need to ensure we have a means of escape.
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Oh. Hello, my future ex-wife.
Ah, ma'am.
Oh wait, no, that's what they said.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Anyone else thirsty? I know I am.
Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara.
Oh yeah.
The daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
I think Kazuha mentioned her before. She's also enforcing the Vision Hunt decree.
Make way. Let me have a look at him.
Yep, he seems to be a man.
I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
It's ma'am.
Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
You over there.
This is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Oh yeah, it's always the right time.
Who is that?
Gotta go fast. Gotta go
Quick,
fast.
go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh, in trouble now. They'll find us for sure. Oh man, they'll find us for sure if we don't do something. We gotta, like, I don't know, we have to fight them or something. You know, we can't just sit here because we're gonna get caught.
Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Kablooey.
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an
Life is
explosion?
fireworks.
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's
Whoa, whoa. Life is fireworks.
Distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know.
I knew we could count on you.
I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Get caught. Oh God, what are these devil creatures?
This is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Yeah, kind of unsafe.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
He's like the Klee of Inazuma. Well, those guards deserve what they got.
The coast is clear. Now's our chance.
Uh-huh. Hello? Miss Kujo Sara? You're not gonna spring a trap on me, are you? That would be really bad. I wouldn't really like that at all. You know, I'm here to save this old dude, and then, you know, I don't know.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose. They could be back.
We gotta make our action hero exit. Just as the place is blowing up. Oh no.
Oh.
We've been bamboozled, you guys. You were over there watching us this whole time, weren't you?
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well,
It will protect.
you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
We will protect Master Tokatsu
Leave this place.
and never return. Trips us all on the way out. Just see her leg come out. We're all like, ah! Oh yeah, that's what I like. I like things. Oh yeah, 40 big ones. Yes. 40 big ones to my name. Also, that's how old I'm going to be fairly soon enough. In a couple years. 40. The big 40.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu.
Mr. Tonkatsu.
Can you hold on?
You prime
Don't
cutlet.
worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu.
How old are these kids? I'm sure none of them are old enough to drink.
Good thing we were able to rescue him.
All thanks to that person.
Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him?
Yes.
It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission.
Tenryou.
Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
Yeah, let's go tell them. Jailhouse Fiesta. Jailhouse. Could have called it like Jailhouse Rock or something, but oh, they missed an opportunity. They missed a wonderful opportunity. Gourmet. I love the gourmets. I always wanted to be a world famous gourmet. What's up? Kawamaru, I love you. You're such a sweet boy. And you're so fluffy and cute.
I see. So Kujo Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her.
That's right, Thoma.
I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Oh, yeah.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt Decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me,
no
Master
one is.
Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory.
Gotta
And
keep
we couldn't have
one
done it
jump
without
ahead
you
of
and
the red
me and the
line,
Traveler.
one swing ahead of the sword.
You're
I
turning out to be
only
even
what I
more
can't
reliable than we
afford.
expected.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, I really don't.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt Decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady.
My lady.
Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts. And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in
Oh
order.
boy.
Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to do with eating.
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot.
Me?
Don't you think it sounds like fun?
No.
I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like
Well.
we've got our work cut out for us.
Oh
Time to
boy.
gather some ingredients. But
Let's be Team Daredevil.
ooh, Paimon proposes we gather raging demon-level Joyun chilies, super salty ham, mist flour.
Actually, I was thinking about bugs and lizards, actually.
Shaping up to be a hot pot to remember.
Oh, my stomach! It feels like Yoimiya's fireworks are going off inside me.
Yes, it's all those bugs that I added in.
Toma would be the winner. He ate practically all those weird ingredients without a second thought. Toma?
Thoma.
You okay, buddy?
I'm not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, guy.
Flash boiled dongo?
I'm not your guy,
and
buddy.
Whatever that thing was that nearly froze my tongue off. Hold up. My life is starting to flash before my eyes. Time I call it a night, everyone.
Nice, Thoma.
You've only got yourself to blame, Toma.
Yeah,
All
Thoma.
those strange things you ate were ingredients you
All
added yourself.
those strange
You the one
things.
who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the traveler ended up eating one. Boiling cakes in hot pot. Ugh.
Urinal cakes.
Think of the texture.
That's something I would probably do.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest, I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay.
So not urinal
Need to lie
cakes.
down.
Okay. After a while.
I feel like a new man.
You know,
Oh,
Toma,
yeah.
all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn.
So glad they're spending time on the Archon quest to go through all of this. The most important stuff.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the God of Hot Pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is me.
Thoma.
Oh, brother.
Oh, Thoma.
Good effort, team. Another important job taken care of.
Yeah.
Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes. If the Tenryo Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Okay, bye, Thoma.
Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places?
Yeah. The immovable god and the eternally Euthymia. A free wish. Oh, yeah. Leave the Komori Tea House. Game, why do you hate me? I spent 16,000 primos on my other account for this bitch, and I still didn't get her. Instead, I got D-Luke. Pyro user, not the one I wanted.
Someone told you the Masters of the Night Wind is a triumph of heroes? Who else is there?
Yeah, I think that's it. I believe that's it. Yeah. Okay, guys, we're done in Inazuma. No, but yeah. Next part will be, well, the next time. Unless I think of something else. I know there's a lot of story quests I want to do, but anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.